Hi friends, today I'm going to discuss the beginning of the universe according to Rigveda. So before this, let me tell you about a few things. So actually, Hindus' holy scriptures are divided into three categories, generally three categories. So one is Vedic texts, and then second one is Itihas, history, which is like Ramayana and Mahabharata, and in third number we have Mahapurans. So let's see what comes in Vedic texts. So this is a website by Government of India, vedicheritage.gov.in. So here let's have a quickly look on what text we have. So we have four samhitas: Rigved, Yajurved, Samved, Atharved, and then we have Brahman Granths. So Brahman Granths are actually corresponding to samhitas. So we have Rigved Brahman, Yajurved, Samved, Atharved. And in Rigved we have Atreya, Kausiki. Yajurveda we have Shukla Yajurveda and Krishna. Samved we have these two, and Athar we have this one. Similarly, there are Aryanas, uh, Atreya and this Brihadaranyaka, Atri, all this, and then we have 10, 12, I mean, most ancient and most important Upanishads. So these all are known as Vedic Sahitya. Then we have something called Vedangs. We have six part of it: Siksha, Kalp, Vyakaran, Nirukt, Chand, and Jyotish. So this is like शिक्षा में ये आता है कि actually ABCD of the language. You should know this. Then Kalp is about the whatever the I mean जो भी हम पूजा पाठ वाली चीजें करते हैं किस तरह से करनी चाहिए वो इसमें आता है. व्याकरण, ग्रामर, language की grammar. Nirukt is like uh, how we should interpret the Vedas. I mean the word meaning thing you can say. Chand is meter and Jyotish is astronomy. So these are the six part of Vedas, Vedang, known as Vedang. And if someone want to read the Vedas, then he should know these six things. If you don't know any of them, you probably misinterpret it. So these this is all about your Vedas, Vedic Sahitya. और इसमें ये एक चीज ये है कि इसकी इंपॉर्टेंस इस बात से पता चलती है कि कभी हमने ओरिजिनल टेक्स्ट को चेंज नहीं किया. It was orally transmitted in beginning, then it was written. एंड इसको एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए ये बाकी जो है ब्राह्मण, आरण्यक और उपनिषद, वो सब संहिता को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए ही लिखे गए थे. तो यहाँ पे ओवर राइटिंग नहीं की गई है ओरिजिनल टेक्स्ट में, और इसी से इसकी इंपॉर्टेंस पता चल जाती है. क्योंकि बाकी आप रामायण महाभारत पढ़ोगे या फिर पुराण पढ़ोगे तो उसमें कई जगह उसमें ऐसा लग जाएगा कि हाँ ये चीज़ बाद में किसी ने इंसर्ट कर दी है, बट यहाँ पे नहीं की गई है. क्यों नहीं की गई है, क्यों इतनी इंपॉर्टेंस दी गई है इसको कि ओरिजिनल टेक्स्ट को चेंज नहीं करेंगे और उसकी यहाँ पे हम उसका एक्चुअली एक भाष्य लिखने की परंपरा है. भाष्य मतलब एक्सप्लेनेशन लोग अपना अलग से लिखते हैं, ओरिजिनल टेक्स्ट में कोई चेंज नहीं करते हैं. और अगर ऋग्वेद को आई मीन जब मैंने पढ़ा था तो उसमें क्या था कि बहुत अजीब अजीब सी चीज़ें हैं जिसका कोई लिटरल मीनिंग नहीं निकलता है. तो इससे पता चलता है कि काफ़ी इनकोडेड टेक्स्ट है. तो या सो लेट्स डिस्कस दिस beginning of the universe, which is in Nasadiya Sukt, 10th Mandal, 129 Sukt number, and there are seven mantras. And this is known as Nasadiya Sukt because of this one, Nasad word. The first word is Nasad, so it is known as Nasadiya Sukt. So this is very important because it is about the beginning of the universe. So we will see what is mentioned in this. And before that, a disclaimer: I don't know any about these Vedangs, so I will be depending on translation done by others. So I have in front of me that this H.S. Wilson translation in English, and there is someone translated this Cheyenne. So whatever script manuscript we have for this Rig Veda, we have the Cheyenne Vas, the original, which is in UNESCO, right? So this is written around 600 CE, and the manuscript which are available currently, and those are from Cheyenne Vas. So yeah, and this translation was done in approx 18th. So let's see. So this was a I think this one H.H. Wilson. So he translated Rig Veda somewhere in 1813. So approx 210 years ago, and he was the first person who translated the Rig Veda. So let's see what's here. So it is saying in first mantra, Rishi is saying that the non-existence was not, the existence was not. I mean, whatever exists right now, the universe, galaxies, space, sun, moon, earth, every planet, there was nothing. And non-existent, I mean, which doesn't exist, was also not there. So what the Rishi is trying to say is that this duality of something is there and something is not there. So in this, we are talking about time t0. So nothing was there at that time. So this concept was not there. Then the word was not, दुनिया भी नहीं थी, not the firmament, neither the heaven was not there, something beyond the universe. This vyo means antariksh. Vyo means, I mean, yeah, antariksh or akash. And then it is saying that, so now Rishi is asking three questions. That that is like, what was covering, where was the shelter, where was that, and so let's see the English translation from Wikipedia also. So three questions like, what covered it, where was it, and who's keeping? Was there then cosmic fluid in the depth unfathomed? So unfathomed means something which is not measurable. So cosmic fluid, I don't know. Here in this translation, they have taken as like the water, but since we are talking about there was nothing, so it cannot be the water. Something, it is something else. They have translated this word amba means water, but amba means something to sound, sound like waves or something, or quantum field. I don't know what it is referring, but yeah, there. This was the first mantra. Now let's go to second mantra. Death was not there, neither immortality. So there was no indication of day and night. So you know how day and night happen. Like there is a this is we are on Earth. There is a sun. It revolves around it, and there is moon in between. So that's why day and night happen. So nothing was there. So of course there was no day and night. That one unbreathed upon breathed of his own strength. Other than that, there was nothing elsewhere. So let's see now this translation. This is saying that there was neither death or immortality, nor was there then the torch of night and day. The one breathed windlessly. I mean the self-powered thing, without air, without oxygen, and self-sustaining, self-powered. There was that one then, and there was no other. So something was there in this situation at time t0. Something was there, which is not clearly explained here in this Rigveda. But before everything, there was something, and that was self-powered. So now let's go to mantra number three. So there was darkness covered by darkness. So earlier there was darkness everywhere, and everything was enveloped in darkness. So here actually they are trying to say, Rishi is trying to say that I mean, there was something, but he is not able to explain it. That's why I think we have the concept of Nirguna and Nirankar, Brahma. I mean, the ultimate super reality is we cannot explain it. There is a concept of neti neti, na iti, ye bhi nahi, and so that's this is not clearly explained here. That what was that one thing which was self-powered, self-sustaining, breathing without air. So that is not explained here. And then he says all this was undistinguishable water. So again, they have taken water, but I don't think this is water. This is something else. Because if water is there, then there is no meaning of explaining that there was nothing. They have clearly said that there was water. And this definition we have actually almost in every religion. That initially, even in Christianity, they say that everything was water. So I think this was encoded for this reason only, that nobody copies it. That whatever was covered by emptiness. So the thing which was there at that time, that was covered with emptiness, that one was born from the heat. So this word tapas, that was born from the heat. Let's see what they are translating. Okay, they have taken the word knowledge, but we know that clearly that uh, tapas means heat. Okay, now let's go to mantra number four. So till now we are in point t0. This is happening. Whatever these three mantra explained is, we are talking about time t0. In the beginning, before creation, means before creation, there was desire. I mean, desire to create something, which was the first seed of mind. Which was the first seed of mind. Sages have meditated in their hearts, have discovered by their wisdom in the connection of existence with the non-existing. I mean, whatever sages has discovered by meditating, whatever was non-existence and whatever exists today, they have found the connection. Let's see what Wikipedia is translating. So, in the beginning, desire descend on it. There was the primal seed, born of the mind. The sages who have searched their hearts and wisdom know that which is in kin of that which is not. So, I mean, still we are at 20 and there was a desire, and then first seed was born. Now let's go to mantra number five. So here, what Shan Rishi has explained. Let's read this line. The ray word stands out, a reference to the suddenness of creation, which was developed in the twinkling of an eye. Like the flash of the sun ray, it was so quick that it was doubtful whether the things in the central space were created first or those above or those below. I mean, in all the direction, after because of that heat, which explained earlier, everything like blasted out, and it was so difficult to. It happened so quickly that it was very difficult to differentiate like which part created first. Everything goes like boom. So creation took place in all the three direction of the world, three portions of the world. Everyone knows that we have divided uh, the whole universe in three part, triloki, three in lok. We always talk about this, bhur, bhuva, swaha. So those are the three lok. Lok means, I mean, you can say the place, the division of the universe. So that were in three parts, and all everything created simultaneously. Okay, now let's go to mantra number 6. So who in mantra number 6, Rishi is saying that who knows, who will tell here that born where and where this creation was born. Interesting. Who knows, who will tell here that from where and why this creation was born? Because gods were one after the moment of creation. Therefore, who knows from whom this was born? Mantra number 6. But after all, who knows and who can say when it all came and how creation happened? The gods themselves are later than creation. So who knows the truly whence it has arisen? Awesome. So इन दिस गॉड का मतलब यहाँ पे क्या है कि ऋग्वेद में जितना मुझे समझ में आया थोड़ा बहुत नेचुरल फोर्सेस को ही गॉड माना गया है लाइक सन मून प्लैनेट्स एंड वेरियस अदर थिंग्स सो I mean, when he says, Rishi says that the gods are subsequent to word, he was referring to the natural forces, that all the natural forces we see, like planet, galaxies, in Hinduism we uh, refer everything as Devta, Surya Devta, Chandra Devta, and all those things. So everything born after that, this time T0, there was a blast, and then every god was born. So now let's see in the last mantra what it is trying to say. Uh, he said, from whom this creation was born, he uphold this or not. It's Lord who reside in the remotest sky. Maybe he knows it, or maybe even he does not. So let's see the translation of Wikipedia by Bassam. Once all this created had its origin, the creator, whether he fashioned it or whether he did not, fashioned it or whether he fashioned it or whether he did not, the creator who surveys it all from higher heaven, he knows, or maybe even he does not. So clear question. The Rishi is saying that whatever was that source at time zero, he hold it or even he does not. So very interesting. Lot of things sounding like uh, Big Bang, and there are slight difference. So the difference is that like initially everything was cool and calm in this theory, in this whatever written in Rigveda, but Big Bang says that everything was contained inside a single dot and it was like energy ball kind of thing. But here everything was cool and calm. Then desire to create, everything happens after that. So now uh, people will say that okay, जबरदस्ती साइंस लगाई जा रही है यहाँ पे इसमें, मतलब ऐसा कुछ होता तो है नहीं, रिलीजन में कहाँ से ये सब आ गया, ये इतनी एक्यूरेट डेफिनेशन जो आज हम 20th सेंचुरी में पढ़ रहे हैं, बिग बैंग एंड क्वांटम फील्ड, वो सब मतलब इसमें कैसे आ सकता है? तो उसके लिए 2-3 चीज़ें देख रहे हैं। मैं पहला बंदा नहीं हूँ जो ये ट्रांसलेशन कर रहा है। मतलब ट्रांसलेशन क्या, मतलब जो लिखा है वही बोला है। कोई ट्रांसलेशन तो किया नहीं है। और जो औरों ने लिखा है वो बोला है, मेरा कुछ भी नहीं है इसमें। इट्स जस्ट कि ये जो वाटर लिखा है इस पे मुझे डाउट है, क्योंकि वाटर नहीं हो सकता यहाँ पे। यहाँ पे कुछ और होगा, क्योंकि अनकॉमन साउंड भी होता है, सम वेव्स, सम क्वांटम फील्ड दे वर रेफरिंग, और सम वाइब्रेशंस और समथिंग लाइक दैट। I don't know, but this cannot be water, that's for sure. So now let me tell you a few more things about this. That so this translation by H.S. Wilson was done around 18, which I told you, this one, and the first person to translate Rigveda into English in 1813. He published Sanskrit text, first translation in English, Meghdootam of Kalidasa. So no, okay. So he translated, first was Meghdoot of Kalidasa. Then he translated various other things, and he died in 1860. So it means he has done it before, like somewhere 1850 or maybe before that. So it means around 170, 180 years ago from now. And now let's see that now people say everyone is like curious to find science out of religion, and everyone is doing it, wanted to prove that okay, their religion is science and not. So let's see. I found one very interesting thing that किसने सबसे पहले ट्राई किया था कि इसमें साइंस है. तो यहाँ पे मैंने ये सब देख रहा था तो उसमें मुझे एक रिसर्च पेपर मिला, एंड ये है 1885, written by E.D. Parry, Indra in Rigveda. So if this was published in American Oriental Society in 1885, and 1885 means what? Let's see. 1885, around 138 years ago. Who tried in this paper? Actually, he was trying to find the science. He was comparing that Indra is sun, and his Vajra is referring to thunderbolt, and Vretta, which is in Rigveda. Vretta was like clouds. Okay, and Indra was fighting with uh, clouds with his thunderbolt. So he tried to find science in this in 1885, around 138 years ago. And in this article, he was referring to some other authors that even before him, they tried to find the science in this. So this guy E.D. Parry was not the first person to find scientific meaning out of it. In modern times, he was the first. But if we go with like even in historical terms, there were three categories where in which people used to like interpret the meaning of the Rigved mantras. So one was that Adidevik, which is like in scientific terms, and then there was Adhyatmic, which is in category of spirituality. So some people interpreted in that context, and some did in Yajnik. Yajnik means yajna, which is like just ritual thing. So in the whole book, they found just okay, this is all about rituals only, nothing else. So even that's why you will find so many differences in the translation of Max Muller, H.S. Wilson, and Dayanand Saraswati, Shan Rishi. There are multiple completely different translation, you can say. So it is just like playing music and playing cricket, and then someone says that okay, but the meaning of playing is different in both the contexts. So similarly here also. So let me show you a script. This is the like original manuscript, which is stored in Bhandarkar Oriental Research Institute. This is a one page of Rigved Samhita. So even in last two videos, FBT, which I have posted, like the concept of Rahu and Ketu, lunar nodes, and before that the story of Dhruv Tara with his Polaris. So I think there is science, no doubt. Someone will not make the stories and out of nothing, and everything seems to be like everything seems to like magic. That okay, this happened, this happened, this happened. But the thing is, actual, we need to make a habit of reading between the lines. I think there is a lot of science. When I say science, don't mean it doesn't mean like it is like 100% complete fact. Nobody gives you like LED TV on very first day. There was a black and white TV, cathode ray tube, then there were multiple versions. So of course this is science, and of course some like calculations may be wrong. I will not say those are wrong because that was not the requirement at that time. Whatever was requirement, that was enough. So if they would have required the like exact calculation, they would have done it long ago. And according to me, the age of Rigveda goes beyond somewhere 15,000 BCE. Why I'm saying that we will discuss in some other videos, but according to me, this goes beyond 15,000 BCE. So, so thank you. Let's discuss some other topic some other day. Thank you.